What's going on, investors? My name is Jacob Hassler, a direct marketing coach at REIPrintMail, and today I'm here with Jake Martin, a senior direct marketing coach at REIPrintMail. We're going to talk a little bit about the elements of a campaign. So, Jake, how do you decide the best way to split a mailing list for a campaign?
Well, it really just depends on the structure of the campaign itself. We're doing 2,500 pieces per week, and I've got a list of 20,000. We're going to split it in eighths. There's a lot of factors. We've got price breaks at different mailer quantities, so 1,000, 2,500, 5,000, 10,000. If you're bringing me your list and you've got 13,000 pieces and we're splitting it every 2,500, ideally we do weekly. It provides more structure and consistency. And that's what we need. That's the whole point of mailing, to bring consistency to your business. And that's what we help you with. If you need 3 to 5 deals per month, we tell you how many pieces that's typically going to take. We break it out so you can handle it. That's one of the first parts of the conversation. Can you handle as many calls as it's about to bring? Another good point to bring up would be the fact that we have a call team that can handle that for you. That's a topic for another day, but yeah, there's a lot of factors. Good question though.
Sure. So tell me about that call volume a little bit. If I'm looking at 3 to 5 deals per month as an investor, what can I expect in terms of the call volume?
Good question. Again, varies a lot based off how many exit strategies you're doing. If you're just a wholesaler and you're looking to profit like 15, 20 grand per deal, and you're really picky, you might be close to 35 calls per deal. But if you're also doing listings, creative financing, you're buying and holding, you're also wholesaling, you're flipping, you've got a ton of different exit strategies. You might close 25, but we've got guys closing 1 in 12 that are just really good. You know, I wouldn't expect that, but if on average, I'd say 1 in 25 is a good guess.
Sure. So in terms of that call volume, explain a drop per month or a couple drops, bi-weekly drops.
Well, we're factoring in the average response rate in your market. And of course, we're always shooting to get higher than that, but we assume that we're going to get average, right? So let's say we've got a 0.5% response rate in your market. Our budget calls for 5,000 pieces per month. I'm assuming you're going to get right around 25 phone calls per month. I'd assume you'd be right at 1 or right under 1 deal per month. It really is going to depend on your budget and just what you can handle.
Sure. Now, what if I can't answer all these calls? Where do I go from there if I can't answer an inbound lead?
Yeah, well, I'm glad you asked, because we've got a new call team feature. We had this big system that was $2,000+ per month. And we segmented the call team from that to where now it's just $500 a month, and they can qualify all your leads and send them straight to your favorite CRM or just straight to your email.
So in your opinion, when would you recommend using maybe, let's say, a one-time mailing approach? One drop.
Almost never. It's best to hit people at least 2 times. At the very least, a lot of coaches will tell you 6 times. We typically refresh the list after 2 times. And when I say refresh the list, that just means that we might be pulling the same criteria in the same area. So a lot of people might be the same. Typically about 70-80% of people are still left over from the last list. So we're hitting them consistently, but really almost never you'd hit someone one time unless it was a situation where someone's in foreclosure and they're right about to get closed on. But other than that, it's still best to follow up.
In terms of list segmentation, drops per month, etc., how does budget affect this? Let's say I can't afford 3 to 5 deals per month and I want to do maybe 1 deal a month. How does that change our drops or our list building, etc.? That's
perfectly fine. I'm going to work with you, whatever your budget is. I'll make my recommendations, but at the end of the day, it's what you're comfortable with. I don't need you eating ramen every day, right? I don't need you taking loans out or anything like that. We're going to work with you. Let's say in an area, it takes $3,000 to get a deal on average. If you're at $1,500 per month, that's perfectly fine. Just get ready to close a deal on average once every other month. You need to have some consistency, and you can't just do 1 drop of $1,500. You need to do at least a few of them to ensure that you're going to make some money on your campaign.
Sure. So let's take that a step further and maybe say I'm looking for a deal per quarter. How are you going to stretch the budget or the quantity of mail in your list to fit my goals, what I'm looking to do and can afford?
Well, even if you're looking for a deal per quarter, the example I just gave where if it was 3,000, you're doing 1,500 per month, I would still recommend staying there. I wouldn't recommend stretching it too thin, because a lot of people get bored with only getting 3, 4, 5 calls per month, right? I'd still recommend you stay at the 1 every other month mark, just so you have more opportunities to close deals, because anyone that wants a deal per quarter isn't going to turn down 2 deals per quarter, am I right? Guys, so if you're trying to figure out how you're going to hit your goals this year, whether that just be a deal per quarter or a deal per week or a deal per day, which is a little far-fetched, but whatever your goals may be, book a call with us. We'll make some recommendations for you based off actual live results.
Like, subscribe, and book a call now.